lately, I've been getting people asking me a lot about where do you find the time to do everything you do, right? I mean, it's quite a lot if you think about it. I mean, we do have YouTube, family. I have to and I also have a newborn, and I have my job as a director full-time during the daytime, and I get to do interviews and I get to do all these things. So people asking me, rightfully so, where do you find the time? Because I don't have the time, and I wish I could have more time to do these things. Now, I'd like to talk about it in this episode and dispel a little bit the myth of I don't have time. Let's get started with this episode. Welcome to another video, guys. So I hope you guys had a good week. And this is a very interesting subject to me because I feel like I've become better with time at managing my time. But there's something to be said about this myth of I don't have time to do everything that I want to do. I genuinely am the kind of person that I kind of hope or wish or think that everyone is the same as me. And I genuinely think so. I'm not better than anybody. I don't think I'm better. I don't think I have more time or I can do more things or anything like that. I genuinely think that everyone is equal and we all have the same opportunities as long as we tackle them correctly. Now, everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. That's kind of obvious, but some people seem to squeeze a little bit more of those 24 hours than others. And it used to baffle me way back in the day on how can people do so much, certain people, and you almost look up to them. I used to look up to people and be like, how can they actually do so much in so little? Because I don't have time to do all these things. So I was actually a culprit of this feeling. Now, as you can imagine, the crux of the problem is always procrastination. And this is a problem that is becoming more and more prevalent as we have more and more distractions nowadays, right? I mean, we had Netflix before, but now we have Netflix and Disney and Amazon Prime and all these other services, and they're all doing amazing TV series, and I watch them. So when you have Loki to watch and the latest movie that Netflix has done, and also Amazon Prime is throwing some stuff, and also you have to play games in that game that came out and you have to do the thing. Those things are all distractions, and I'm not saying don't do them because I do, but if you are distracted by that kind of stuff and you don't take time and manage your time correctly, it doesn't matter if you had more than 24 hours in order to do the things that you want to do. Because this idea of I don't have time implies that if you had more time, then you will be able to do the things that you want to do, right? But it's actually a state of mind. So if you had 40, 80 hours instead of 24 hours, you will probably accomplish the same amounts because your brain is conditioned to actually spend a certain amount of time working and then procrastinating. And then if that time gets extended, most likely you would actually procrastinate more and work less. That's how it would be. At least that's how I would see my time. If I had more time to chill, then great, I would chill more. Now, I would like to read here a bit about Parkinson's law. This was what spurred this video here, and I'm going to read it for you guys now. Parkinson's law says that the amount of work expands to fill the time available for its completion. This means that if you give yourself a week to complete a 2-hour task, then, psychologically speaking, the task will increase in complexity and become more daunting so as to fill that week. Once again, going back to that idea that if you had more time, you would just fill it with the same amount of stuff, just for longer, right? Now, things change when you start setting deadlines for your goals, for your accomplishments. So instead of having, let's say you have a 24-hour day, and you just say, I want to accomplish this one thing. This one thing can happen anytime during those 24 hours. Because of this, it can slip out of the 24 hours because you are saying that you have to accomplish one thing in the day, but but you're not telling yourself when do you have to accomplish it. Now, if you say that you have to do this one thing between 2 and 4, that means that for sure in yourself, you know that between 2 and 4, you need to actually sit down on your desk or mow the lawn or whatever you want to do, and it needs to be within those limits. Now, if you start doing that and setting goals or deadlines for the things that you need to do, then you're going to be in a much better place because you will start making more out of your day. Setting goals is just the beginning, because we also have set goals that we didn't really meet. So, it kind of becomes counterproductive after a while. What you need to create in order to be able to actually make more of your day is create systems. So systems is something like spend 30 minutes reading an audiobook a day, or spend an hour cleaning the kitchen, or whatever it is. So this is basically what systems help you do, is basically set a certain goal so you can actually do certain things, and those things are systematically, so to the point that when you get used to it after about 3 months or so, it feels odd when you don't do it, right? So if you were to read an audiobook every day for 30 minutes, when you don't do that after 3 months, it feels very much like you miss it, right? You actually want to do it because something is missing from your day. So this is what creating systems helps you to do. So how do I actually go about do everything I do? So to break it down, here's how my week goes. I already know that as a director, animation director, I need to spend most of my week from Monday to Friday working as an animation director. So that actually takes me from 9 o'clock in the morning to about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. So I know that time is taken. I normally spend an hour or two with my family, that's lunch, and then chilling depending on how busy the day is. That can or cannot happen depending on the day, but most of the days it happens, so I try to actually kind of make it happen. Now from 7 to about 11 or so when I go to bed, I can use that time in the evenings from Monday to Friday to fill with different things. So what I do is that I have my workshop, my animation workshop, and I have students that I have to teach. That doesn't happen every day, but it happens every other day or so. So what I do is actually, as soon as I finish work at 6 or 7, I schedule my students to actually have an hour, or it depends if I have more than one student, but at least an hour with a student so I can break down animation and systems and all these other things that I'm talking to you guys here, right? So if you didn't know about my workshop, go and check it out, harveynewman.com. So that's what I do during the week. Now, also I have certain meetings sometimes. So those meetings, I also push all of them to the evening. So those 6 to 7 o'clock times, I leave to make sure that my meetings are there. So whenever I don't have classes, I actually go on Wednesday, I don't have a class. So therefore, I'm going to set up the meeting with Autodesk or whatever company to actually happen in the evening. After around 7 or 8 o'clock, I switch off. And that's the time that I spend with my family. That's the time that I actually get to actually just relax. So I normally kind of take my daughters to bed. I get to chill with my wife, watch a movie, watch Netflix, whatever it is, have dinner. That feels really, really good. And that's my time with my family. Now, Saturday is the one day that I don't do anything but relaxation. I normally am exhausted because of the week is being so intense. So Saturday is the one day that I use to relax, to spend with my family, to kind of like just have fun. I don't do anything but relaxation on Saturday in order to recharge my batteries. And then Sunday, I normally have to do at least one interview with an animator here for the channel, here for all of you. Now, that's the one thing I do on Sunday, but I do more than that on Sunday. For example, this video that I'm recording right now, I'm recording this on a Sunday. So remember that idea of actually kind of like giving yourself some time to actually do things and set a certain timeline for things to happen. So that's exactly what I have, because I don't want to spend a lot of time doing this because I still want to spend time with my family. I normally have between 2 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I have to spend about 2 hours or so recording these videos. So that means that normally Saturday morning or during the week, I'm already planning my videos in my in-between times. And then when I actually come along on Sunday to record my videos, I already know what I'm going to talk about. And then I know what the order of the videos are going to be. And then I can record them. Now, that's basically how my week actually kind of like revolves and how I can actually do so many things. Now, it looks like I'm doing a lot, but in reality, it doesn't feel like I'm doing a lot. Genuinely, I genuinely feel like I could fit even more things in my day. If I really, really wanted, I could squeeze even more from it. But for now, this is more than enough. But once again, going back to the idea that having systems, ways of actually you getting used to things, if I didn't actually get to do this, like recording these videos on Sunday or doing an interview or whatever, it feels odd when I don't do it. It feels odd when I go back to the sofa and relax, because I feel like the time that I'm actually spending, unless I'm spending time with my family, because that's never wasted time, there's always amazing time. But if I'm doing nothing, like, I don't know, just chilling, looking the grass at the nature, which is quite nice actually. So if you actually, I'm chilling doing that, and I know that I should be doing something else, if I feel hollow, I feel like I should be doing something else, something that pushes the ball forward a little bit more, right? And this is how I'm conditioned. So if you guys want to make sure that you make the most out of your life and you don't fall into this trap of like, I wish I had more time, or I don't have enough time to do these things, you always have more time. We all have 24 hours. It's what we do with those 24 hours that matters most. And that's all I had for you guys. So as always, many thanks for my Patreons to actually kind of like support me, and every month giving me love on this channel, because that helps a ton. All the money that I receive goes towards making more videos like this. So if you don't know about it, or if you don't support me and you're thinking about supporting, head over to Patreon and check it out, because I have nice perks. That's all I had for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was useful. As always, stay well, stay safe. Peace.